Hi, let's talk about resistance today. And a good starting point might be to think about what does it look like and where it can come from. So when a person is resistant, typically they wouldn't listen to us, they wouldn't take our advice, there might be a little bit of defensiveness. In fact, sometimes they might act and do things the opposite to what we suggested they should do. So when that happens, usually people are ambivalent and not ready for change. They are not ready for taking advice. Also, there might be fear that plays a big factor here, fear of change, fear of unknown, fear of failure, perfectionism as well. So when the person is not ready for change, and we are trying to give advice and influence change and fix and tell people what to do, very often we will get the opposite of what we are hoping to get. Rather than, although we are trying to help and give advice, we will get defensiveness because people's defense mechanism gets activated. People don't like being told what to do, and often they will defend their reasons why they are not changing. So another thing to consider is that there might be resistance towards you. So maybe it's something about your relationship with the other person isn't working. And we call this in motivational interviewing discord. So if you hear the person say things like, you don't understand me, you don't know what I've gone through, you can't help me, those are the sentences that suggest that there is discord. So there is that dissonance in the relationship between you and the other person. So what is it that we can do to diffuse that resistance and to soften that resistance, discord, and sustain talk? Sustain talk is the language that we may hear that the person is giving us that moves them away from change. So first of all, I think we need to think about resistance as a signal that something isn't working and we need to do something differently. So if we took a motivational interviewing approach, I would like to share with you 5 tips of what we can do to soften that resistance. Number 1 is to listen, to hear, and understand. Not to respond, not to fix, not to tell people what to do, but to really understand what is this person trying to say to me? Where is that resistance coming from? Number 2 is to recognize, respect, and accept their resistance. Rather than pushing against resistance, which can create more resistance, we want to empathize. We want to understand clients or the person's viewpoint. Number 3 is to reflect what we hear. Again, to show our understanding that we are listening. But also what we want to do, we want to start reflecting the language that we hear that may imply change. So we want to soften sustain talk, but increase that language of change. Number 4 is to draw out person's own reasons, benefits, and motivation to change. Not why we think that they should change, but why they think that change might be good for them. And finally, number 5 is to support their autonomy and emphasize personal choice and control. Because at the end of the day, the client is the decision maker. The person we are talking to, they ultimately make a decision what they will do, and whether we like it or not, they will make their own decision. So here are my 5 tips, and I would really love to hear your tips. What is it that you do that can create that positive relationship and diffuse that resistance and defensiveness? Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope to see you in my next video. Bye.